Charles is a businessman who runs a business in fire detection and suppression systems. He joined the ministry in June of 2023 and is in the Edenvale camp. He completed the Gideon's Ambassador training and is currently the Camp Scripture Program chairperson. In 2024, Charles's wife, Rosemary, also joined the ministry. Charles and Rosemary also have a guest house in Edenvale. Please welcome Charles Thiongo.
Thank you. Yes, my trip to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, was exciting and unique. It was my first time in Malaysia. It was my first Blitz, my first church assignment, and all of them were international. I only joined Gideon's last year, and then after joining, I learned about the convention in October, which was in Bloemfontein, and I went there. It's during the convention that I learned about the International Blitz, and I said, all right, I don't mind going. And I chose Malaysia. Why Malaysia? I honestly don't know. But it seemed safer than Afghanistan, Colombia. So I decided, all right, I'll put my name. 1 month prior to us going, we started receiving communication. What to do, what not to do, what not to expect. My excitement turned to a bit of anxiety. I knew this was not going to be a walk in the park. And then when you do an international blitz, you have to get permission. Number one, from your doctor. He checks you, makes sure you're fit, and then signs something. And then something else, which I found very strange, you get permission from your wife. Written. And I had to do that. I got the 2 permissions, booked the ticket, off to Malaysia. I arrived in Kuala Lumpur on a Friday. Saturday was chilled. Sunday did my church assignment. And then work started on a Monday. So we started by prayer and briefing. Yeah, that is us there, the international team. And then they told us what to do, what to expect, and how it's going to be. And then the local Gideons will join us around 9 o'clock. Then we head out. The target that week, between Monday to Friday, was to give 30,000 Bibles. Our prayer every morning before we left to do the blitz was, oh God, protect us. Close the eyes of the police and the authorities so that they will not see what we are doing. And really, this got me worried. I'm not used to crime, you know. And why were we praying this prayer? 60% of the population in Malaysia are Muslims. By law, you're not required to give a Bible to a Muslim. You're not even required to convert them. And then even in public schools, you cannot get in. We had to stand outside the gate, strategically where the cameras cannot see us, quickly give out the Bibles, and then take off before we attract any attention. Trust me, it didn't feel very good. But we had to do it. And also this made me realize how easy we have it in South Africa. You know, when you're kept waiting for 5 minutes and you're like, huh? You know, here we can't even get into a public school. So it was really tough doing the placements there. At the evening, at the end of the briefing, because we had to do a debriefing at 6 p.m., remember our target was 30,000 Bibles. And when we were doing the briefing, because all of us, the international team, we were in different teams, I wondered to myself, 30,000, I don't think we are going to do 3,000 at all. Well, if we don't get arrested, I don't even think we'll make 3,000. But I thank God that by the end of the week, we just managed over 28,000 Bibles. None of us got arrested. None of us got in trouble with authorities. It had to be only God. 2 placements stand out for me. There are so many rejections. I've never really felt rejected like that in life. But there's a hotel we went to, and the young man, the receptionist there, told us, no, you can't place any Bibles here. the owner is a Muslim, and we can't do that. And the Gideons were very clever, wise. They told them, you know what, these Bibles are actually not for the Muslims. We did that everywhere. They're for the non-Muslims, so we just put them here. If there's a non-Muslim, they can pick it. The young man was adamant, and he said, no, you can't. All right. So as you were leaving, he actually said, no, but wait, I need one for myself. I'm like, really? And we gave it to him. I still remember the smile on his face as he put it in his pocket, like very confidently, and just looked at us as we were going. And I know that is a miracle waiting to happen. Then there's a hospital we went to. And by the look of things, it was so Muslim. The decor, everything there. Okay, I didn't even want to say anything or speak. I just wanted to just leave. You know, the rejections were many and frustrating. And the lady who came to assist us, the way she was dressed, she was also Muslim. And surprisingly enough, she did not only allow us to place the Bible, but she assisted us in placing the Bible. I was totally confused with that. Again, it can only be God. Yes, the rejections were many. It was hot and humid, you know. But I was encouraged by the tenacity, the courage of the Gideons there. And as much as it was hard, by the way, the food in Malaysia is great. You know, when you get frustrated, you just look, they have a good street culture there. Just sit down, eat food, take some tea or coffee, get re-energized, and keep going again. Yes, that is us eating. Food does a lot of wonders, physically and spiritually, yeah? So, and the people are very friendly. So it was quite something there. I also realized one thing, as much as we have it easy here, I'm also relatively young, at 53 years old, because I was working with men and women in their 60s, in their 70s, in their 80s. We are carrying Bibles. I'm jet-lagged a bit and wondering, these guys are way older than me, and they have such strength and tenacity. You know, I do not have any excuse at all of not doing God's work. You know, in John chapter 9, I'm just paraphrasing when Jesus says that we should do the work of him who sent us. While it is still day, I realized it is daytime for me. Why? I can afford to put fuel in the car, go to a Blitz, or pay a plane ticket, pay accommodation, and go to a Blitz. It's daytime. There are people who cannot afford that. I have flexibility of time. I run my business. I can afford to take time off and just go do God's work. That is daytime. And most importantly, I am healthy. I'm not tied down to a hospital bed. I can be able to go and do God's work. And I urge all of us, while it is still daytime for you and for me, let us please do God's work, all for his glory. God bless you.